Here's another short thoughts and tips video about some useful nuggets of neuroscience, because these bits of information about the workings of our minds are important to help us understand how to make changes, which is what I do as a solution-focused hypnotherapist. I like to share what I can to help not only my clients, but to help everybody help themselves. So today's bit of info is something I personally find very intriguing. It's this idea that we all become, in a sense, addicted to the emotions we're accustomed to feeling regularly. In other words, we get used to our habitual cocktail of neurotransmitters, and so identify with our habitual feelings as being us. This is me. I'm an anxious person. I'm the melancholic type, or I'm a perfectionist. Let me give you an example of how this plays out. Let's say somebody has become anxious about romantic relationships because of past experiences. When that person now gets into a new relationship, they can be anxious about the relationship even when there isn't anything wrong at that time. They'll look for signs and red flags. Of course, this is the survival brain trying to protect itself, but it is interestingly also reinforcing the feeling of anxious relationship identity. I've had new clients say to me, there's nothing wrong right now in my life, but I have this feeling like it's too good to be true. It feels weird that everything is okay. In this situation, you can see how that person is so used to identify with that anxious feeling, as horrible as it feels, that they feel weird not having it. It's like they're craving feeling anxious. That would feel more normal. That feels more like themselves. So what do we need to do in these situations? Well, the first step is awareness, to become aware that habitual thoughts or behaviors are a habit loop. We're easily triggered into them, but it is not us. We are not our brain chemistry. And when we practice catching and changing our thoughts, we can change our brain chemistry. We can activate different circuits, which then produce different feelings in us. And yes, we may at first not feel like our usual selves, and so the anxious or inconfident or perfectionist or angry or betrayed self will look for expression or validation, and will feel drawn to look for that familiar feeling. But when we know we can choose to be different one step at a time, the chosen different can become the new normal, the new automated familiar self. And this process of working things into the subconscious is helped tremendously by hypnotherapy. At least this is what I do as a solution-focused hypnotherapist. I help people identify their solutions, break it down into manageable steps, and together we teach their brains, both consciously and subconsciously, to work these changes into their everyday lives practically. And there's no reason why you can't start to do this process by yourself now. And if you feel you prefer support and someone in your corner pointing you in the right direction, with the added benefit of hypnosis to ease the process, just book yourself in for a consultation. And that's all for today. There'll be more to get you thinking and taking action soon. Until then, remember, you are not your thoughts, and they can be changed. So take good care of yourself.